keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Very nice, I'm looking at the camera. Very nice, good, good, good. Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders, welcome back to the channel, guys. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me. And you noticed by now, or at least you should, I'm here today in Ohio for my second practice session. This is practice session number 51, and good weather. I don't see any clouds right now. It's a chance of rain, small chance, but I'm not even worried about it. I'm not gonna have as large of a group today as I did yesterday. Today is August 7th. And as always, I'm looking forward to it. I'm sorry, for those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. Did a wonderful 22-year career with the NYPD, 15 of those years spent with the elite NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle unit. The name of this wonderful channel is called Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. Yes, that's right, your motorcycle. That means whatever kind of motorcycle you ride, I want to help you be the boss of it. That's primarily what this channel is about, and that's mainly focusing on riding your motorcycle, mastering your motorcycle between 1 and 10 miles per hour. Being able to do that comfortably with your feet on the footboards or the pegs, making right turns, left turns, and the infamous U-turn. That's the primary goal of this channel. I do practice sessions, which I'm doing here today in Columbus, Ohio, but usually I'm in Pooler, Georgia, and I give private lessons as well. If you want more information on that, just go to my website, click on where it says private lessons or practice information, right? I also do product reviews on this channel, product installs on my motorcycles, and anything and everything that I just want to share with you guys, especially if it's going to be beneficial to you, or at least I think it is. I'm always going to do that, guys. All right, so once again, I want to thank Mike. Mike does Pro Rider Columbus, Ohio, out here in this parking lot, and he set this up so that Preloader Nation can come out here and do a practice session. Like I said, we did one yesterday, and it was a long one too, but it was just good. Anytime I get around you guys, you know I love the meet and greets and hanging out and conversing with you, so that's always the plus. Of course, learning is the primary goal, raising your confidence levels and having fun. And like I told these guys yesterday, whenever you come to a practice session, yes, you want to leave here with a little bit more confidence. So if you rate yourself a 1, you want to leave here, I don't care if it's a 1.1, but you want some form of progress. And sometimes that progress could be just a better understanding. Right? It doesn't have to be something that you physically could do, but a better understanding. These are building blocks to learning. All right? All right, guys. So we had overcast yesterday. Today, we're going to have some sun. So I'm going to make sure I put my sleeves on and my nice sun hat. We got 1 through 9 today in the bonus. I think we only have about 3 or 4 people coming out here today. So it should be a lot quicker than it was yesterday. But either way, we're going to have fun. 1 through 9. A bonus, follow the leader, slow race. Of course, we're going to meet these preloaders and V.I.Preloaders first, find out who they are, where they're from, what they ride, how long they've been riding, and more importantly, how long they've been practicing. You guys hear me say all the time, I don't care how long you've been riding your motorcycle. I don't care how many miles you put on it. Matter of fact, yesterday in the practice session, I think his name was Don. I could be wrong, but him and his son were in the practice session. And he's got one of those Iron Butt Association license plate frames. And he did the Iron Butt 2 years ago. I think he's 74 years old, or 72 years old, I'm sorry. So he told me, out here, this practicing, he said, this is way more difficult than the Iron Butt Challenge. And I said to him, yeah, it is, but we're talking about 2 different things. You know, the Iron Butt Association, to get into that realm of riding, the challenge there is endurance, right? You need to be able to stay on your motorcycle for a long period of time, stay awake, stay alert. And that's not to say that everybody does it is alert, because I mean, we're human, right? But it's still not something that everybody can do. So That's not taking away anything from them. But again, that's also falling into the same thing I just told you. I don't care how long you've been riding, and I don't care the distance you've been riding, right? This is totally different. This is being the boss of your motorcycle, right? So it's good to be able to do both, but this one is way more important, right? I can't be more clear than that. And like I told him, like I told everybody else, you're not getting any wind roll therapy on the practice course, right? This will wear you out, especially if it's warm out, right? So keep that in mind if you're coming to a practice session or any practice session. If you wear a big full face helmet and it's extremely hot, you might want to get yourself a half shell helmet, at least just to practice on. And when you're ready to go back to where you came from, you can put the full face helmet back on. All right, just some food for thought. All right, guys, let's do it. What's your name?
Brian Snyder.
Brian, where are you from?
Millersburg.
How long have you been riding the motorcycle, Brian?
Off and on for 22 years.
Here comes the important question. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding?
A little bit at the end of last year, most of this season.
Okay. And what kind of motorcycle you rode here today?
2014 Ultra Limited.
Nice. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
2.
2. Okay, very good. Pass the mic over to this man, gentleman with the Tab Performance cap. What's your name, sir?
Mark Hoover.
Mark, where you from?
Uniontown, Ohio.
Mark, how long have you been riding the motorcycle?
About 9 years.
How long have you been practicing slow speed riding?
I always try to practice at least a little bit every time I ride.
Good, good. And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how would you rate your slow speed skills?
Some days I'm a 4 or 5, some days I'm a 3 or 4.
And that happens. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we gotta do an average on you.
Yeah.
And what'd you ride today?
I rode a 2017 Indian Roadmaster.
Roadmaster. All right, we're gonna take a look at all your bikes in a second. Pleasure to meet you as well. Pass it on. All right, I'm gonna do like I always do. Hussein, what's your name?
My name is Hussein Abdul-Baki. I'm from Cold Spring, Kentucky.
Okay, you came here from Kentucky today?
Yes.
How long is that ride?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday. How long is that ride?
Like 2 hours?
Okay, that's not bad at all. How long have you been riding the motorcycle?
Well, on and off, but slow speed motorcycle since I bought my 2020 Road King Special.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Road King looks good too.
Yeah.
1 to 10, 10 being the best, what would you give yourself slow speed?
1.5.
Okay, very good. Pleasure to meet you, man. All right, I'm gonna go look at your bikes. I will be back. All right, so we're gonna take a look at the bikes. There's the Road King. I don't want to shoot into the sun, so I'll do it this way. Oh, he put on the temporary lowers. Ultra Limited. Motorcycle drop guards, I see them already. Very nice. And he's got the primary cover as well. Primary guard, I should say. Oh, this is Mike's bike. Limited also has motorcycle drop guards. And here is the Roadmaster. You notice how the Roadmaster, or Indian period, they just don't lean over as much as the Harley Davidsons. Got the fishtails on there. All right. All right, guys, you've met them. You've seen their motorcycles. Let's do it. Glad you guys could come. Glad you made it safely. And we're going to make sure that you're even safer from this day on. I know that you say you practice pretty much every time you get on the motorcycle.
At least 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that's awesome. I already know nobody has a problem being on YouTube except Mike. Okay, so safety is paramount today. And all that means is just be careful. Don't do anything boneheaded. You know, you want to wear a helmet, you don't want to wear a helmet. That's totally up to you. You watch my videos. You never see me with a helmet on out here. But that's me. All right, if you see me do like this, I'm just telling you to shut the engine off. Okay? If you see me doing like this, my nose is itching. Don't worry about that. All right. All right, so today we're going to be doing some practicing. I know all of you guys do practice. You guys are familiar with the videos, so that's good. So for today, I would like for you to do... Oh, you know what? Let's go to the veteran. We're going to go to the veteran first. What is always step number 1? Anytime you get on your motorcycle before you move. My steps. Don't say start the motorcycle. Somebody said that.
Okay. Make sure it's on first gear. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Neutral or first
No,
gear.
make sure it's in first gear.
Okay.
Step 2. Hold up. Let's.
Preload and keep it loaded.
Step 2.
Cover rear brake.
No.
Cover the rear brake. Step 3.
Step 3, release into the gray zone, which is the clutch.
Step 3.
As soon as the motorcycle starts moving.
Step 3.
Preload and keep it loaded.
Preload and keep it loaded. You had to preload and keep it loaded. Good. So we got step 4.
Keep it loaded and release the clutch. Yes.
Yes, slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. Step 5.
As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, pick your foot up.
There we go. There we go. So we're already ahead of the game here because you guys already know the steps. I expect to see you doing those steps every time, and that's how we gain muscle memory, okay? So we're going to do that all day today, even if I tell you, because yesterday I told guys, listen, I don't care if you're moving the motorcycle from here to here, that's what you do. And I had a couple of duck walkers out here yesterday, you know? I was like, whoa, 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 what are you doing? All right, we understand why we practice, right? Why do you practice?
To master my motorcycle.
Why do you practice?
So I want to be safe and be more enjoyable when I ride and not be worried about it.
Why do you practice?
Be safer and be the boss of my motorcycle.
There we go. Let's start. Let's use the language. He wants to be the boss of his motorcycle, and pretty much what you guys are saying, it's synonymous. It's the same thing, right? We also practice, and all of this is under the same umbrella. We practice to increase our odds out there, right? Our options, I should say. Odds too, actually. You know, because I tell people all the time, you could practice every day. Does that mean you're never going to have an accident? No, but it is going to decrease the odds that you will have an accident. And I say that because most motorcycle accidents are rider error, you know, one way or another, right? I'm not saying it's always rider error, but it's the majority of the time. And the numbers make that make sense. If 98% of motorcycle riders really don't know how to ride at slow speeds, then stands to reason why most of the motorcycle accidents are going to be rider error, right? So that's what we're going to deal with today. We're going to do 9 exercises and a bonus and a follow the leader and a slow race. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do some starts and some stops. All right, we don't have to be there. We're only going to be in an exercise as long as I think we need to be there, right? And if I see you want to go back, by all means, yes, go back, do it again, because I want you to feel comfortable, right? But realize that some of these exercises are really just to show you, all of these exercises are really just to show you where you are and what you need to work on. So don't beat yourself up if there's something you're not getting today. It's not a big deal. Also, the purpose of this whole thing, at least for me, is not to get you to ride like him, right? I don't need you making 18-foot U-turns or anything like that, dragging your footboards. That's not necessary. That's extreme. But I do want you to feel comfortable when we do right turns and left turns from a stop, when we do U-turns. I want you to be comfortable with single serpentine, stuff like that. I want you to be comfortable with. If my friend, the one that rear-ended me on my motorcycle, if he practiced that type of stuff regularly, particularly exercise number 5, and emergency braking, if he practiced that regularly, he wouldn't have hit me. He would have broke properly, and even if he wouldn't have been able to avoid hitting me by just braking, he would have had the presence of mind to swerve. But when you don't practice and you don't have any muscle memory, he just panicked. I would like to say he grabbed the front brake, but he was on the rear brake. That's why he was skidding and just right into me, right? So it's, oh my crap, oh crap, and you just hope everything works out. That's what you do when you don't practice. So same thing you guys were saying. Any questions? All right, so remember, we're doing starts and stops, but we're doing them in short distances, cone to cone. I'll be standing at the cone. I want you to stop it. Nice and easy. Slowly release the clutch. Remember, we're always preloaded. You guys know the steps. And keep it loaded is the biggest one that people have an issue with. You start thinking so much about the next step that you start to let out the throttle. So listen to your throttles, okay? Listen to those engines and try to keep that steady, all right? Slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. As soon as that motorcycle starts to move, pick up your foot. You should be on the rear brake because you're going a very short distance. Nice and easy when you stop. Remember, we don't do anything herky-jerky. When you do something herky-jerky, your motorcycle is going to react herky-jerky. Not going to like that, okay? All right, any questions? Remember, nice and easy. When you come to a stop, your foot should go down like this, all right? Every now and then it doesn't work out. If you do that, that's fine. But the goal is to be smooth in everything we do today. I want you all to take your egos, throw them in the woods. We're here to learn. Don't worry about it. Dropping your motorcycles par for the course. I already see quite a few number of you. Most of you have motorcycle drop guards, so you already know the deal. All right? You're not worried today. All right. Let's do it, Mike. Beautiful. Nice. Listen to his throttle. You hear it's up, 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 it's up. Now it's down. One more, Mike. Up, 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 up. Foot's down. Now he stops. Thanks, Mike. You're good. You can go far. And the reason why his throttle is up, 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 why is that significant? That's how you stop smoothly. He's staying in the friction zone until he puts his foot down almost. Then he comes out of the friction zone. So I don't know if you guys noticed that. Did everybody here see the video I did on how to come to a smooth stop? You notice that he's in the friction zone all the way until he puts his foot down. Then he gets out of it. That keeps his motorcycle true. All right, who's next? Remember, head and eyes. Keep your head and eyes straight ahead. Up, straight ahead. Head and eyes. Pick your head and eyes up, Hussein. All right. Right here. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Good. Okay. So I see that you have your foot kind of hovering over the rear brake. You can rest your foot on the rear brake. That doesn't mean it's applying the brake. All right, so don't worry about that. And the reason you're resting your foot on it is when you need it, you're already there. So you can actually drag the brake this whole time. Totally up to you. But to steady your motorcycle, throttle and a little bit of rear brake. Okay? All right, let's try it again. Head and eyes, straight ahead. Good. That was much better. Nice. One more. What the hell are you doing different than what you were just doing?
I was panicking a little.
Like a totally different person. All right, good job. Go park. He had like a metamorphosis. I forgot to ask him if there's anyone nervous. He said he was panicking. Good. Good. Preload is good. Good. One more. All right, good job. You can go, park. Nice. All right, you're passing that cone. First, your wheels at that cone. Right there. Good. All right, good job. You can go, park. Last but not least, we got Chris here. I didn't get to introduce Chris. He came a little late. Nice. Nice. Make sure you cover that rear brake. Keep your foot on that rear brake the whole time. You don't have to take it off. All right. All right, one more. All right, good job. You can go park. So it's important that they know, cover that rear brake. That means keep your foot on it. Doesn't mean that you're applying pressure to it, but when you need it, if your foot's already there, there's less of a chance that you're gonna smash at it. I'm gonna tell them the same thing, guys, so you're gonna have to hear it twice. All right, good. I think you're punking me already. Like, he started and he was like, and then I said, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, he was doing like a pro. Like, it doesn't. So I have to say, listen, I have to reiterate, that is not common. I tell people all the time, don't think you're going to get this in a day. But good job. Good job. And I saw you taking your foot. I already talked to you about it, but I'm saying this for the sake of the Preloader Nation. He would take his foot off the brake, then put it back on. Take it off, put it back on. Remember, we cover the rear brake all the time. That way, if something happens, you're not going to smash at it. You're already there. Nice and easy. Right? All right, good job. And I said it before, but I'll say it again. Make sure you're keeping your head and your eyes straight ahead, even with the horizon. Helps with your balance. All right, next we're going to do exercise number 1. You guys are going to ride down there, and you're going to ride toward me. I'm going to be down here. Get up to second gear. We're not doing emergency braking or anything, so you don't have to be going really fast. I just want you to have to downshift. You're braking with your front brake. All of these motorcycles, I believe, have link brakes. No? Okay, well, I don't use my rear brake unless I'm going less than 10 miles per hour anyway. I never do. Front brake, remember your front brake is for stopping, your rear brake is for control. It's going to help you control the motorcycle at slow speeds. I don't know why these two bees are hanging around your motorcycle.
Well, they like the color.
Yeah.
From the time you got here.
Yeah, and they followed them over there in that exercise too.
Birds like me too.
We're going to have to check the contents of those saddlebags in that tour pack, find out what's going on over there. Got raw meat in there or something. Okay, you're going to ride toward me, downshift, front brake, front brake, front brake, and right before you're going to stop, transition front brake, rear brake only. All right, any questions? Let's do it. All right, guys, exercise number 1. Excellent. You were on that front brake the whole time. That's the first 10 push-up penalty. Go back, do it again, man. It would be the Indian rider. I didn't tell them that, but they all know. All right, let's try it again. You were on that front brake the whole time. That's 10 push-ups. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Excellent, you can go park. That's 10 push-ups, try it again. So we got 30 push-ups in the books now, 30 push-ups. Excellent, go Paul. That's what I'm talking about. Here, go Park, good job. All right, good job, you can park. All right, he's still taking his foot off of the rear brake, and he also used the rear brake a good part of that stopping. He probably was going about 14 miles per hour on it, so we'll talk about that. All right, Chris, I realized you weren't here when we did the whole, your bike's on, when we did the whole, what are the 5 steps that we always, for the most part, do? What's always step number 1? That's right. Step number 2. Step number 2.
Cover the rear brake.
Cover the rear brake. How funny is it that he forgets the one he's not doing? Cover the rear brake. And the funny part is when you guys were down there, as you were starting to come toward me, you have both your feet on the ground. So I already know you're not doing step number 2, cover the rear brake. Step number 3. Preload and keep it loaded. Step number 4. Slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. Step number 5. As soon as it starts to move, pick up that left foot, right? All right, so as long as we have those steps, that's what I want you to do all day today, right? I want you to be in the habit of doing this, so it won't be steps anymore. It'll just be second nature. Now, I did say to myself, well, I didn't really go over that it's a 10 push-up penalty to use your front brake out here at slow speeds. However, you said how long you been a preloader?
2 years.
Yeah, so come on, you know the rules. All of you guys know the rules, so it's all right. We got 30 push-ups on the books right now. We'll keep it like that, right? All right. Any questions regarding any of that? All right, good job. Next thing we're going to do, exercise number 2, is the slow ride. I'm going to walk aside you. I want you guys to don't ride faster than my walking pace. Head and eyes straight ahead. you should not be able to keep your handlebars straight. If you can, you're going too fast. So if you hear me say throttle, throttle, I'm not telling you to speed up. I'm just telling you your RPMs are too low. Remember, keep it loaded. I want you to listen to the throttle and try to keep it at that throttle. Now, guys, there's a few ways you could do this. You can go in and out of the friction zone. You can let momentum pull you, and when you start to lose momentum, friction zone, you don't ever have to touch the rear brake. Or keep your throttle where it is, keep your clutch where it is in the friction zone, and just use the rear brake to regulate. We're doing a very short distance, so don't worry about your rear brake or anything. That's another thing. You said to yourself, I'm making sure he ain't gonna send them by no push-up. So you probably were going about 15 miles per hour. You on the rear brake already. So remember, the transition could be right before you're gonna stop, right? But I understand. Any questions? All right, guys, exercise number 2, the slow ride. Look how Mike takes off just perfectly every time. Perfect every time. You should teach this stuff. All right, you ready? Yep. All right, let's do it. See how steady his throttle is? Not too high, not too low. All right, good job, Mike. Very nice. Tell me your name again?
Brad.
Brad, okay. You ready, Brad? Yep. All right, let's do it. Good job, Brad. Very nice. Ah, beautiful. You ready? All right, let's do it. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Good. Keep it loaded. Good job. You can park. And guys, if you notice, I'm having them ride to me and stop. Why am I doing that? Because we're practicing exercise number 1 again. All right, ready? Let's do it. Good job. Last but not least, we have Chris. All right, ready? Let's do it. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. All right, you can park. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. There we go, throttle out, baby. All right, gentlemen. Any questions on that? All right, you guys did good. You actually did very well. Okay, so what Chris just went through doing exercise number 2 is what we're gonna cover right here. Exercise number 3, trust and believe. So, tell me your name again, Brian. Brian, do you trust and believe, I mean really trust and believe that as long as you have sufficient power going to the rear wheel, you're gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Hussein?
Yes.
Yes. So a lot of people say yes because they really understand the theory of it. But when it comes down to it, when we get out here, if at any point today you put your foot out, that's a demonstration that you really don't trust it and believe it, right? When you trust it and believe it, you know that the answer when you feel uh-oh is that, not this, right? And all of us have the kind of motorcycles that if we put our foot down, it could be a bad day, all right? A very bad day. So let me say to you guys today, when we're in the exercises with the cones, I don't care if you hit a cone, guys. I don't. If you have to, if you open up your throttle, if you open up your clutch too much, and what happens when we give too much power to the rear wheel? It wants to straighten out. If that takes you out of the exercise, that's fine. I'd rather you do that than to put your foot down, all right? So we're gonna try to focus today on really trusting and believing that this is the answer. This exercise in particular is gonna help that. Now, everything we've done up until now, we've been straight up, no leaning or anything. That's gonna be the case here too. Matter of fact, I don't want you leaning the exercise. I don't want you leaning your motorcycle until we get to the single serpentine. But those exercises that we've done already, you can do those in traffic. You know, you can slow ride. I do that all the time. Obviously, starting and stopping. This one, no, I don't want you doing this one in traffic, right? So I've seen people here when we're doing exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop, because it's the next exercise, they're doing this, picking up their foot before the motorcycle is moving. So they're actually making it more difficult. So in this exercise, yes, we have 5 steps again, slight difference. And the only difference is in step number 4. We're always going to make sure we're in first gear, especially in this exercise. We're going to cover the rear brake. So it's like a rectangle, first gear, cover the rear brake, preload and keep it loaded. Clutch right before the friction zone, right before it. And we want it right before it because step number 5, we're just going to pick up our left foot. Now we don't have any feet on the ground. The motorcycle is not moving. I don't want the motorcycle moving an inch. And I know I'm not going to have that problem because everybody here with an exclamation point on the end said, I trust and believe. So good. And when you feel a motorcycle starting to fall, that's why you're right before the friction zone. We don't have to have a lot of travel. Bam, it's there. You know you have the power because you can hear it because you're preloaded. But keep in mind, I want you to make sure you feel the motorcycle starting to fall. Right? I don't need you to count to 5 Mississippi, but I need your body to feel falling so we can start reprogramming your brain to associate falling with that and not this. All right? Any questions on that? One demonstration, and we'll go at it. First gear, cover the rear brake, reload, keep it loaded. Sweet spot. Oh, I almost forgot. The reason I feel comfortable doing this in front of you and I'm not going to run right into you is because I'm in control. And I want you guys to be in control too. So I've added to this exercise, I want you to come to a stop. In the past, people would just do it. No, I want this is slow speed motorcycle operation. I want you to come to a controlled stop. Any questions? Nice takeoff. There we go. And a stop. Beautiful. All right, you know all the steps? Yep. All right, let's do it. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day. All right, you know all the steps?
Yeah.
All right, first gear, cover the rear brake, keep it loaded, right before the friction zone. Okay, good. All right, try it again, Hussein. Was that just a 10 push-up penalty? It looked like it was. I don't know.
I think so. You gotta blame Palladino for that.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep hearing that. I know it. All right, you know the steps? Good. Nice. Pick that foot up. Pick that foot up. All right.
Put on the brake.
Yep. Trust and believe. All right, try it again. All right, you ready? Trust and believe, baby. Trust and believe.
All right. Woo.
All right, nice and easy on that rear brake. All right, good. Let it out. Good, good. Up to a stop. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, guys. Moving along. Exercise number 4. Right turns and left turns from a stop. All right, just some observations from exercise number 3. Let's just remember that a couple of things. One, I didn't say it in the beginning. We're not doing any duck walking today, and we're not doing any versions of duck walking. That's 1 feet or 2 feet. As soon as your motorcycle starts to move, you pick that foot up, okay? Also, when you're stopping your motorcycle, remember, we don't do anything herky-jerky today. So even with exercise number 3, come to a nice smooth stop. And when we stop our motorcycles, we know, or at least we should know when it's stopping, because we're the ones applying the pressure to the brake. So we should never be putting our foot down while the motorcycle is still moving. And now we got to do this. All right, let's just be mindful of that. Again, these don't seem like big deals, but every time we have our feet off of our footboards or our pegs while the motorcycle's moving, we're increasing the odds on injury. It's just that simple, right? The odds of you being injured just going straight, they're low, but I'd rather be 0, all right? Okay, any questions on that? Exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. And I don't say this to intimidate. Is anybody nervous today? I always ask that. A little bit. A little bit? Okay. Well, let me ease your minds, which is bullcrap, because if you're nervous, you're nervous. But there's really nothing for you to be nervous about here. There's no quiz, there's no test, there's no judgment. You guys know we don't do that in Preloader Nation. And there's no pressure to do anything you don't want to do. There's people that come out here, they do 1 through 3 and say, all right, I'm good. And then as we go forward, they just practice whatever they want to practice, all right? That's an option for you guys as well. Okay, with this exercise, this is one of the most important exercises. This exercise, as far as I'm concerned, is where bosses are created. Because again, I told you guys we're not leaning the motorcycle until we get to exercise number 5, single serpentine. So in here, I don't want you leaning the motorcycle. I want you to make this turn straight up. When we're making the right turn, making a left turn straight up. People send me messages in the comment section and emails all the time asking me, how do I navigate a turn on my motorcycle on a gravel road? Or on, if you see leaves, wet leaves, whatever. This is the answer. You have to keep your motorcycle straight up. And you need to be comfortable being able to ride your motorcycle straight up. Because obviously, if you're on a gravel road and you go to make a turn, we're not going to lean, right? So we can take that away. So leaning only means that you have some speed behind you, which most motorcycle riders want, because it makes them feel more comfortable, because now the motorcycle is taking over the responsibility of keeping it upright. But since we can't lean, how about putting your feet down? Is that a good idea with a heavy motorcycle on gravel? All right. So this is why this is so important, right? Now, there's 8 steps on this exercise. Make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. We know that's 1. Cover the rear brake. Preload and keep it loaded. Clutch right before the sweet spot. 5. Step number 5 is head and eyes. I watched a couple of you guys make U-turns today, so we're going to talk about that. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Now, we got to use some common sense standards. I was talking to somebody about that, and I told him head and eyes. So he had his head turned from right here. Like, this is too soon. I don't want you riding straight and looking like this. That doesn't make sense, right? Right before you're going to make that turn, head and eyes, and then handlebars. And we always want to turn our head and eyes and handlebars. Yeah, we say it helps you turn the handlebars, but it's also a safety thing. It's going to help you say, oh, maybe I shouldn't make that turn. This is particularly important in a U-turn, because now you're making a turn where what's going on is behind you. So you can't be looking in your mirror and saying, okay, it's good now. Stuff happens fast out there, right? Okay, head and eyes, look in the direction you want to go. Step number 6, you're going to slowly release the clutch into the friction zone. Step number 7, as soon as the motorcycle starts to move, you're going to pick up your left foot. And then step number 8, you're just going to turn the handlebars, right? Again, I put steps on things because when people are struggling with stuff, it seems overwhelming and then their minds race. But if you put steps on it and they just go over the steps, it simplifies it. And as time goes on, those steps just disappear because it's in your muscle memory. You just know what to do. All right? Okay. Now, also keep in mind, the first time you guys go through here, I just want you to go straight through. Right? And I had to add these because I tell people all the time, don't start turning too early. If your saddlebags go over the cones, you hit it. And I see it all the time. People's bags going right over the cones. So I had to put something here so that you can say, all right, I don't want to hit that. If you hit it, though, it's not a big deal. Okay? Now, then I'm going to have you make these turns from a stop. Now, I stop with my wheel on this line. If you're not comfortable, remember, this is not a competition. If you want to stop back here, that's fine. I also stop in the middle. If that's not comfortable for you making a left turn and you want to come over here, that's fine. Just keep in mind, we're riding motorcycles. They turn way better than a car. We're not pulling a trailer, so we don't need all this extra room to make this turn. But if that's what makes you comfortable, do it. The more you practice this, the more you're going to realize, okay, I don't need to be back here. I don't need to be over here. You can be right here. And keep in mind, guys, all of these exercises build on one another. So what we've already done is relevant here. So when we do this from a stop, the starts and the stops, this is why when I watch you guys, I don't want to see you guys starting like this. That's people that they're trying to get out of that speed range where the bike, where they have to be the boss. You can't do that here because you don't have that space. And we also know that when you add speed, that straightens out your handlebars. So you can't really turn. That's why the whole full lock thing is foreign to a lot of motorcycle riders. Why? Because the only time you're going to do a full lock turn on a motorcycle, you're going to be going between 1 and 10 miles per hour. And what's the speed range most motorcycle riders are uncomfortable in? That speed range, except in Preloader Nation, because we understand this is how you ride a motorcycle, right? Keep in mind, when you have your left foot down, because your right foot's covering the rear brake, when you go to make this turn, sometimes people are so nervous, they pick up their foot like this. What am I doing to the motorcycle? They throw off the balance, and then when they start moving, they go this way. Not a big deal. That's why I tell people it's a balance thing. Don't worry about it. We're on 2 wheels. It's going to happen. Remember, we're not doing exercise number 3. As soon as the motorcycle starts to move, that's when you pick up your foot. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I don't know if... Wait for it to move. Don't pick up your foot while it's not moving. And then once you're in the friction zone, you're going to be okay. You've already shown me in exercise number 2, you can ride slow in the friction zone. Only difference here is you turn it. All right? So I am going to have you stop, make a turn, and then, once again, because of the control issue, I'm going to ask you to stop, make the turn, and stop right here. Again, I need you to be under control. Some people make the turn, and then when they feel, uh-oh, they open up the clutch, right through the cones, right out of control. And your goal, when you make this turn, is to be near the middle of the lane. That's the goal. You don't want to be here only because this is my tractor trailer's coming in this direction. And even though you're on this side, your elbows or your arms or your fairing might be a little bit over the line, and drivers out there aren't perfect. So we don't want to be too close to the opposing bound traffic. So this is your goal, right? And the only way you're going to get there is if you're not going too fast, you turn your handlebars enough. We're not leaning, so those are the 3 things that determine the radius of our turn. Your speed, which is the #1 contributing factor. How much you turn your handlebars, how much you lean the motorcycle. Leaning here, we're not talking about that. Any questions? All right, I'm going to run through all 3, and then we'll get at it.
Smaller than it looked like online.
Everybody says that. Everybody says that. It's 7.5 feet. Show in first gear, cover the rear brake, preload, keep it loaded. And that's another thing I forgot to say, guys. Now, I'm exaggerating that. I don't expect you to go that slow, but make sure that when you come to a stop all day and anytime you're riding, for the most part, make sure your handlebars are straight. All right? You don't want to stop with the handlebars like this. This is when the motorcycles fall. Also, when I start moving, I just want you, just in case you don't know, I'm starting already applying pressure to my rear brake. That's making me feel controlled right from the start. And when I get into the turn and my handlebars are facing that way, that's when I know, all right, I can let off the rear brake. I'm good to go. And with that rear brake, make sure it's nice and easy. Like, you shouldn't be pop locking in here. Your motorcycle shouldn't be going like this. I will say sometimes that can actually help you. It depends. That's what I mean when I say being the boss means knowing what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. All right? All right, let's do it. Your kickstand's down. All right, very good. Nice. There we go. There we go. Good. Very good. Oh, that ankle, man, so close. That heel. Hold on, let me try something. I haven't tried it with a Roadmaster yet. Is it off? Yeah, it's off. And these handlebars, as you're turning, yeah, man, you definitely could benefit for some higher handlebars. What happened there?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you what happened. You made the turn, and you were in the turn already. When you couldn't straighten out, and then when you said, "Oh crap," clutch in. No power to the rear wheel. It's gonna go. And I said to myself, he's gonna let it out any second. But nope, you just kept fighting. You were walking it.
I was scared.
Yeah, man. Don't be scared of these cones. Just don't stare at them. They're more scared of you than you are of them. It's like a snake. But he's got guards, and the guards did their job. Head and eyes, head and eyes, head and eyes. Good. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. All right, you're good. This guy's the head and eyes king. Nobody does it better. Look at him right in the middle of the lane. Right in the middle. It's like his bike is on rails. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Right there, he's making the turn. He felt like the bike was going to fall. And I heard him open up. I heard the... Good. Keep it loaded. Head and eyes. There we go. Too much speed, too much speed. Slow down. Good, slow down, rear brake, rear brake. Keep that foot up. Don't stop with the handlebars turn. All right, go ahead, you're good. That was good though. Straight through. Beautiful. Or wherever you want to stop. And then just make a left turn. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Very nice. Very nice. Because see, he's working it out. I like when I see people working it out. You know, he didn't put his foot down. That's the key. All right, show him how it's done on the Roadmaster. Look at my camera. Say cheese. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. There we go. Woo! Woo! I hear that preload. That's what I want to hear. Nice stop. All right, look at my camera. Keep looking at it. No leaning. No leaning. You're leaning. That's what I mean when I say he's going to introduce speed because it makes him feel more comfortable. But we're out here to be the boss. We don't need help from the motorcycle. All right, make sure you're looking at my camera. Keep looking at it. Keep looking at it. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. Keep it loaded. Trust and believe. Can yous all hear me? Okay. Fabulous work. Let me tell you what I'm looking at here. And you might think that my favorite thing to see is somebody doing it perfectly, like Mike's doing, like his bike's on rails, right? But really, I love to see it not perfect and watch you work through getting what you're trying to do. So when you went through, you started to make this turn, and you saw that I turned too early, and you might have hit this. So in that moment, squeeze the clutch in. All this stuff is done momentarily. He's taking power away from the rear wheel, straight out his handlebars to just take him up, move him up a little bit. And then back into the friction zone, handlebars turn, boom. Then another time, he's in the turn and he sees I'm going too fast. Squeeze the clutch in or rear brake. That quick change in his speed is going to allow him to turn his handlebars, because remember, it's always going to be easier to turn the handlebars when you're not moving like straight, when you don't have power to the rear wheel. That's why sometimes it makes sense to take the power away, right? Sometimes that makes sense. So excellent job with that. So Hussein, when you made the turn, I know you shitting a brick. I can see it. Listen, there's nothing to hit but a cone, right? So don't worry about it. But if you see, I'm going out too far. You see it, you feel it. Rear brake, right? That's going to allow you to decrease the radius of that turn, bring you back in, all right? And Chris is like, I'm not ready to be the boss. So he's we straight up and down, all right? Because I already see you could do it. It's just a matter of doing it. Any questions? All right, we're going to do that one more time. Stop. And then we're going to do stop and stop after that. Okay? All right. Unless you guys say, no, I want to keep going. Then we're going to do right turns. All right. Beautiful. Head and eyes. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. What a difference it makes when he turns his head and his eyes. Oh, that's another 10. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Good. That happens. Don't worry about that. That's a balance thing. That's what I was talking about. Good. There we go. All right. There we go. Nice. Nicely done. I want him to watch his RPMs. Kickstand. All right. It went up. Whoa. Did you just walk that motorcycle up with your left foot? All right, head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Trust and believe. Oh, they're making me so nervous with those heels going up. So close. All right. Head and eyes. Keep looking there. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. All right. Not bad at all. All right, stop here, Mike. Sometimes people walk in the way. Got to know what to do. Look at the camera. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Come to a stop. Nice. Coming to a stop over here. Trust and believe. There we go. Work it out, baby. That's what I like to see. Work it out. Nice. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Keep looking at it. Keep it loaded. Don't lean. Still leaning. Nice. We'll try it again. All right. Head and eyes. Look at the camera. Good. Preload. Rear brake. Head and eyes. Rear brake. All right. What happened there?
I put on the clutch.
You pulled it in. That's right. Keep it loaded, baby. I got it. No. You're going to hurt your back. Oh. If you are going to do it that way, you got to have your butt all the way down. All the way right? Down. Like almost under the seat. Watch the video. Bet it. It's an easier way to pick this thing up. Especially with that roll can. That thing is like a feather. All right, one more time. Nice. Head and eyes. All right, so right there, he started to make the turn and he didn't have enough power going to the rear wheel, so the motorcycle started to fall. He didn't trust and believe. He put his foot down. All he had to do was open up his clutch. All right, head and eyes. Remember, we're looking before we even start to move. There we go. No big deal. Happens. Balance. Good, good. Nice and easy on that rear brake. Okay, and we know why that happened. Well, I know. Do you know why that happened?
No.
When you came to a stop, your handlebars were like that.
Oh, were they?
Yep, and you stopped abruptly. So when you do that, you make the suspension go like this. The handlebars are already turned like that, and it's too heavy. You're not going to catch it. That's why we want to always stop handlebars straight. This is why we stop with the handlebars straight. All right, trust and believe, man. Keep this motorcycle straight up. Don't lean it. All right, you know what? I'll take it. But I want him to practice that because, again, if this is a gravel road, he can't make a turn like that. He's got to do it straight up. That happens. Don't worry about it. What happened there is he started going straight, and he could have just stopped and backed up if you think you're not going to make it. Let's do some right turns. All right, so we don't Monday morning quarterback here, but we do constructive criticism, right? So if we see something, we're going to identify why did that happen. So Brian started to make a turn. The motorcycle started to lean. And then it kept leaning. So he didn't trust and believe. He put his foot down, right? Only thing that happened is when he went to make the turn, he's got the clutch in too much. That's all that is. And when he felt, it still didn't register to him to do that. This is what I mean when I say we have to practice this. That's the only way it's going to happen. We're trying to fight an instinct here, right? Instincts, bad habits, these things are going to take time to get over. The more you practice, it's going to happen. And I recognize trust and believe it's a hard thing to do, but it's going to happen. And Mark made the turn, and while his handlebars were still turned, he smashed the rear brake. So now the front suspension goes like that. It's already turned, and that bike is, I'm going to use the 5-letter word I said we don't use. It's heavy. Once it starts going over, you're not going to be able to catch it. So that's the only reason that happened. If his handlebars were straight, he would have been fine. And if he treated that rear brake like a he would have been fine, right? I got to use words that work. I'm talking to men here. Preloader Nation, I'm going to have to edit it out. Okay. I want you guys to ride straight through. Now, yesterday when we did this, yesterday was crazy. I said we had like 10 people here. At least 9 of them struggled going left. Everybody was like superb going right. That never happens, all right? We're going to find out today. Actually, you guys are pretty good. Just straight through, straight up and down, Chris. Don't lean. Because, Chris, you can't turn like that on the gravel road. You're going to go right out. All right. Like he's on rails. Beautiful. Beautiful. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep the handlebars turned. Good. See, now his turn will be even tighter, but when he's turning like this. So every time he straightens out, it gets wider. Good, good. Turn those handlebars, baby. Keep it loaded. You're good, you're good. That's good. As long as you don't put your foot down, that's all I care about. Because he's not going to get hurt hitting cones. Let's keep that in mind. He is not going to get hurt hitting cones. Say it again?
Like stay up, wait till I get farther into the turn.
Yeah. You don't have to be too much farther into it. Well, that's why we practice. Okay. Nice and easy. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. He said he sucks. He doesn't suck. People come out here for hours and can't do that. So I refuse to accept the fact that he sucks. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Good. Good, good, good. There we go. Nice. Good head and eyes. Nice and easy on that rear brake. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Every turn that you're making it, but you're right at the cones. What could you do to tighten that up?
More pressure on the rear brake.
No, believe it or not. Believe it or not, the only issue you're having is when you make your turn, you're doing this. So whenever you guys get into this turn, and for the most of today, whatever I tell you to do, I want you to be consistent at it. So when I say head and eyes, consistently look at the camera. You guys are actually getting better at that. When I say keep it loaded, that's keeping it loaded. That's being consistent, right? And when we say step number 8 is turn your handlebars, once you turn them, keep them turned. Trust me, you're fine. Remember, did you guys watch the video I did on people that fear locking their handlebars? Okay, so you understand that a lot of people have a fear of turning the handlebars while they're going slow. But keep in mind, you see Mike making this turn. He's making the turn very slow. Or even if you saw me sitting there, for a little while, you saw me just like not even moving. I couldn't do that with the handlebars straight. So your motorcycle is actually more stable with the handlebars turned. Creates like a tripod effect, all right? Not actually a tripod effect, but like it, all right? All right, any questions? All right, we're doing it from a stop now. Beautiful. Oh, that's 10 push-ups. Head and eyes, head and eyes, head and eyes. Keep it loaded. There we go. Woo-wee! Look where you are now. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, another 10. Head and eyes. You're good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Trust and believe. Throttle out, baby. Throttle out. He's smashing his rear brake too. His motorcycle's doing that. That's never going to make you feel stable while you're moving slow. Good, good. Nice. Don't turn from there. You're going to hit this. You got to go straight first. All right, turn it. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Head and eyes. You're looking down at those cones. You're looking right at them. All right, I got to do this to you. So, right now, see where your foot is? Keep it there. All right, move it. That's how much your foot. This is how much his foot is over his rear brake, past his rear brake. That much. So you're actually applying a lot of pressure to your rear brake because you have so much of your foot on it. So you might want to move your heel back on your footboard so that just the tip of your boot is on the rear brake. And you're also doing like this as you're making the turn. That's why your bike is doing like this. If you hear Chris when he's making it, you can hear his brake. He's just dragging it. That's all I want you to do is drag the brake. So as soon as you start, when you take off from here, you're already on the rear brake. Your brake light should be on as you're moving. Much like when you're in your car and you're trying to slow it down, you don't have any acceleration on it, but you're just holding your foot on the rear brake, slowing it down, or dragging it. That's what you're doing here. Wherever it is, keep it there. And when, oh my God, what a difference right here. What a difference. Dragging his rear brake, and he thought, I got to give more brake. No, he just had to keep his handlebars like this. He's in the middle of the damn lane. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's do it again. Head and eyes. There we go. Oh, there we go. Woo! Work it out, baby. He worked that out. He started to lean, straightened out, started to go too straight, pulled the clutch in, turned the handlebars. There we go. Just drag it. You're still pulsating at it. Just drag it. Keep it loaded. There we go. Trust and believe, baby. His foot started to come off, and he kept it on. I love seeing that. All right, we're saying head and eyes. You're looking at these cones. Look at my camera. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Mike, come to a stop. Good. Come to a stop. Good, good, good. Beautiful. That happens. Hey. Nice. All right, Hussein, you got this. Head nice, keep it loaded. A little bit of rear brake, that's all you need. Good, good, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Trust and believe, too much speed, too much speed. Rear brake. Nice. Very nice. Nice and easy on that rear brake. All right, you can park. Take a break. Turn it, baby. Turn it. There we go. Trust and believe. Come to a stop. Oh, well. All right, after this, you can take a break. All right. After this, you can take a break. Uh-oh. Oh. Good. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. Rear brake. See what happened there? I said rear brake. You smashed it. Nice and easy. All right, take a break. All right, this is the last one, so it's going to be the best. Head and eyes. There we go. Ah, trust and believe. He'll get it. Just got to keep practicing at it. All right, exercise number 5, single serpentine. All right, guys, exercise number 5, single serpentine. And, you know, I've always known the importance of this exercise, but even more so now that my friend rear-ended me. We talked about that already. All right. So, you see how my motorcycle's set up? These cones are 15 feet apart, so it's plenty of space, right? People have the tendency to want to come in here and go fast, right? Keep in mind, going fast is decreasing how much you can turn your motorcycle. Now, I want you to lean the motorcycle. This happens all the time. I tell people don't lean until we get here, and then we get here, and they've been dying to lean, now I don't get to lean, all right? I want you to dip, dive, swing, sway. You guys are gonna actually be coming in this direction. I forgot to tell you guys, if you see double sets of cones, that's an entrance and or an exit. I want you to look at the camera, or me, I'm gonna be standing there, the entire time you're in this exercise. Right? Don't stare at my cones. You don't need to. Your peripheral vision will pick them up. Okay? Now I started to say, you see how my motorcycle is here? And then the cone is here? There's a line on that side. There's a line on this side. I want you guys to go wide. Like, don't start this close to the cone. Because I don't want you hugging the cones. I want you going out wide every turn. This is going to help ensure that you don't go too fast. Because you can't. You're turning like this. All right, nice and easy, dipping, diving, swinging, swaying. Now the whole time I'm doing that, you hear my throttle, right? I'm preloaded and I'm keeping it loaded. My head and my eyes are straight ahead. Now when I do this exercise, I don't really use my rear brake at all, right? But I still have it covered sometimes. But I want you to cover it because if you need it, you feel like you're going too fast, sometimes just a gentle press will get you right back to where you need to be. All right? Any questions? See how wide he started? Dipping, diving, swinging, swaying, head in his eyes, straight ahead. If you look at his neck and his head, never move. Outstanding. I tell you, this guy needs his own YouTube channel. I keep telling him. Very nice. Now you look at Chris's head. He's looking at every cone. Chris, you're looking at every single cone. Try it again.
I'm better to the right, either turn on the right or the left. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And you guys might say, how could you tell if he's looking at the cones? He's got shades on. I can tell by the way his motorcycle's moving and by the way the top part of his body is moving whether he's looking at the cones. Like right here, Hussein's looking at my cones. You're looking at all my cones! Stop looking at my cones! You see, nobody goes, oh, no, I wasn't. I know they are. Nice. Look at the top of his head. Look at his body. You can clearly see he's looking straight ahead. If he's looking down with his eyes, I'd be amazed. See that right here? Nice. Nice. Very good. I think Chris, his handlebars are not very low, but I still think he would benefit from some handlebars that are a little bit higher. Good, good. All right, got Hussein here. Nice, right, very nice start. Up, see? All right, good. And the only reason he hit that cone, it sounds like he wasn't preloaded, so when he went to dip, he didn't have the power going to the rear wheel to pull him through. All right, that's it, Mike, you're good. You got one cone, one cone. Yeah, Chris looks like he's fighting the motorcycle. Remember, we want fluidity. Work with the motorcycle. Show it who's the boss. All right, you're good. You can take a break. And I'm behind the camera motioning for them to turn. Turn. You're good. You can take a break. And if they don't see me, that's when I really know they're not looking straight ahead, because you can't help but see me because I'm back here dancing. Now right here, Chris is going a little fast, but he worked it out. All right, you're good. You can take a break. There we go. Much better. All right, guys. Well, I'm getting smarter because exercise number 6, which is the infamous U-turn, is next. And it's right here. I don't have to walk far, carry this tripod far. All right, let's do it. I love it when a plan comes together. So you guys see, even when I said, guys, I want you to go through this nice and easy, there's something about this exercise that people just want to. But you know what? You worked it out. There was only one cone hit, and the only reason he hit the cone is because he started the next turn too soon. Now that brings me to my next point of why I want you to do this slower. Speed is not your friend out here, right? It's always going to make things more difficult for you. And in this case, it's making you have to react quicker because you're going faster. So now your transitions have to be a lot faster because you're going faster. If you go nice and slow, it's not nice and slow, because there is a such thing as going too slow, which we're going to go over in this U-turn as well, right? But if you control your speed, keep it nice and even, you're going to look so much more fluid. If you see Mike go through this, he's able to dip his motorcycle a lot more in his turns. That's because he's got more time because he's not going so fast, right? But all in all, great job. Chris, believe it or not, can you reach your clutch comfortably with your handlebars turned all the way to the right? All the way to the right. Okay. I'm watching you turn, and it looks like you're fighting your motorcycle. Like, it looks like you're, and your arms are like in a, so, you know, something to think about. If you love him, though, disregard the last transmission. All right, guys. Next exercise is the infamous U-turn. Love this exercise, and you're gonna love it too if you don't already love it. I don't foresee us having any issues in here. 27 feet wide. Is this too wide for any of you? Like, are you insulted? Should it be narrower? No? Okay. All right, good. So for those of you that would like to challenge yourself further, this is the 18-foot box. You want to try it in the 18-foot box? Just don't pass this line right here. Or you can still pass the line and try it right here. If you don't make it, at least you don't have to worry about hitting any cones. All right? Not a competition. As I stated before, guys, nothing changes when you come in here. Everything that we've been doing up until now applies. As you're approaching this U-turn, that's the time to get your throttle, your speed, your clutch where you want it in that moment, right? Because we know we're not stopping yet. So it doesn't make sense to try to think about getting it there right before the turn. As you're approaching it, listen to your throttle. Hey, that sounds good to me. I'm at about 2,000, 2,100, whatever. I'm going to keep it there. Head and eyes. I want you to look at my camera, right? I purposely want you to look at that instead of something over here. Because if I give you a chance to do a lazy turn with your head and eye, you're going to take it. I'm forcing you to turn and look at my camera. Head and eyes, handlebars. Now, what a lot of people do in here, not a lot of people, a few people. If you need all of this space, don't rip yourself off. Meaning, don't cut this turn. Yesterday and in the past, people are not only off of the line, but they're starting to turn like this. And all of them that are doing that aren't doing this. That's part of the problem. The other part of the problem is they are terrified to lean this motorcycle, right? So they don't want to commit to the lean. Can you make this turn without leaning? Absolutely. We've already talked about that. I did a video on that. But I want you to challenge yourself in here today. Don't be going too slow. The slower you're going, yeah, that fear is going to be even greater because, yeah, it's going to fall if you're going 3 miles an hour and you lean it, right? You got to keep the speed up, but not too much. So when you head and eyes handlebars, as soon as you turn your handlebars, commit to the lean. People are not committing, and then when they get right here, they look at this cone, they see they're not going to make it. Now they want to commit, and now it's extra scary because they got to really commit. But to make this U-turn, you don't have to lean a lot. You don't have to do a full lock. None of that stuff's necessary. Everything is nice and easy. So we're going to do some left U-turns. We're going to do some stop and make a U-turn. And then we're going to do some stop, make a U-turn and stop. And then we're going to do the same thing on the right side. Any questions? All right. Hey, Mike, go this way. I want you to practice 18-foot U-turns. No, it doesn't make sense for you to practice these. Okay. That's what you struggle with. But just do it past the cones so you don't have to worry about the cones. Just go deep in the box and try it there. Stop looking at my cones. Look at the camera. No, don't stop. Straight through. Straight through. Head and eyes, head and eyes. Nice. Good, 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 good. Too much speed at the end. Too much speed. Pushing you out wide. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. Look at my camera. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. There we go. And Mike just has to lean more. He's got that. He's not leaned enough. He doesn't have to, but he wants the 18 foot. That's the difference. Head and eyes, lean the motorcycle. Head and eyes, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Rear brake, rear brake. Too much speed at the end, that's all. Good, good, good. Woo, nice and smooth. That's what I'm talking about. I tell you guys all the time, an 18-foot U-turn is not necessary, but we all have different goals. And I know Mike wants to do it. Very nice, very nice. And if he slowed down, that would be tighter. Very good. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. And even then, he's committed, got out of it, and then went back into it. So, yeah, it's just all about commitment. Good, head good. Lead it, keep it loaded. Trust and believe. You're looking at the ground. That's why you're going to go down. There we go. Very nice. Nice and smooth. Good. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Nice, Chris. So that last U-turn, that time you said I'm gonna commit. You committed, and then you said, oh crap, you came out of it, and then you said, screw that. You went back into it. 18 feet. Beautiful. But if you stay committed right from the start, less than 18 feet, easy. There we go, there we go, there we go. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Stay committed the whole time. And he just has to keep doing that all the time. Forget about doing the rest of these boxes. Good, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Too much speed, rear brake. You were doing fine, but then the speed at the end. He started out good. As the motorcycle leaned, he felt, oh crap, and he said, I'm gonna go faster, let the bike take over. Friction zone, baby, friction zone. All you need is the friction zone. All right, doing good, man. Good. Open up the clutch. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. That time I saw his hand go like that. He put his foot down and he was getting ready to start doing that walk thing where you're just playing Russian roulette with your ankle in that saddlebag. And finally he was like, open up that hand. That was beautiful. Too much speed. Too much speed. All right. Now he doesn't have to be line to line. The only reason he's line to line is he's doing a momentum U-turn. I don't want a momentum U-turn. I want a friction zone U-turn. Nice. Excellent job. Excellent. Here's what's going to make it superb. I want you guys to slow down in the U-turn. Some of you guys are making momentum U-turns where you have enough speed where you could just swoop through it. And that's why you're line to line. I know for a fact, I don't know why I can't remember this guy's name. Brian. The last U-turn Brian made, he's line to line. His lean's good, everything is good. His speed is the only thing making him line to line. I want you to be pulled through these U-turns in the friction zone. You should feel the motorcycle pulling you through it, not just coasting through it, all right? And that goes for all of you. Hussein, that last U-turn, that's the first time you committed right away. I said, this is it. But once that motorcycle leaned, you said, And then you open up the clutch, and that's why it took you out wide. And lastly, Mark. Finally, I remember somebody's name. Mark was the best out of all of y'all. And what am I talking about? Mark said, you know what? He committed to the lean, didn't let the clutch out enough, so he didn't trust and believe. He put the foot down. He started to do the Russian roulette with his ankle thing, where I just keep going like this. But this time he did that once, twice, and I saw his hand go, screw that. Boom, took him right out the side, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't care if you ride out of the exercise. Open up that clutch and get the hell out. Just don't put your foot down. So outstanding. Let's do it again. And Mike, first time, didn't trust and believe. No, wrong. Didn't trust the lean. He didn't want to commit to it. Second time, committed, uncommit, commit, still within the 18 feet. The next time, full commitment, 17 feet easily. Good job, Mike. Excellent. All right, let's do it again from a stop. Beautiful. And Mike is mentally prepared. He's taking deep breaths. The shoulders are going up and down. He's making faces, and you see also his throttle goes up. I do the same thing. I want to feel secure. And that makes me feel secure when I hear if I need that power, it's there. Good. Rear brake, rear brake. Too much speed, too much speed. Drag that rear brake, drag it. Good. Lean it, lean it, lean it. See, now he's going too slow. All right, now he was going too slow. Don't go that slow. Head and eyes. Good, good. Rear brake, rear brake. There we go. Look how much tighter that is already. Much tighter. Now he's within 24 feet. I'm giving you 27 feet, but I really don't want you to use all of it because a country road is not 27 feet wide. MSF course is also not 27 feet wide. Good, good. Rear brake, rear brake. Beautiful, beautiful. Come to a stop over here, Mike. Come to a stop. Oh, you need your own channel, man. I keep telling you. Beautiful. Just nicely done. All right, forget about coming to a stop over here. I want you to start this U-turn, dragging the rear brake, not going too slow, and keep dragging it all the way through so you don't pick up all that speed. All right, let's do it. Good, head and eyes, lean, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it. Too much speed, too much speed. He doesn't feel comfortable yet with that lean. All right, Mark, come to a stop over here. All right, good. Just watch your RPMs. We don't want them too high. Okay? All right. Come to a stop over here, Brian. Head and eyes. Good, good. Whoa, nice. Let me tell you something. You turned your head and your eyes like this, and your handlebars went like that. That was nice. Very nice. This is what I'm talking about. Your head and your eyes make such a huge difference. I always say if you turn your head and your eyes slow, you're going to turn the handlebars slow. All right, stopping over here. Very nice, very nice. Straight through, straight through. Beautiful. Trust and believe. There we go. There we go. His rights are better than his lefts. No doubt about it. Your rights are better than your lefts. That was really nice. Turn it, baby, turn it. Head and eyes. Yeah. Nah, you're good. He said he sucks to the right. I don't agree with that. He's still making it, but you know. Very nice, Mike. Copy and paste, copy and paste. Do that again. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. All right, we're getting there, baby. Very nice. Nice, very good, nice and smooth. And he's starting off of this line, so that's why I like that they can go back and watch it. Yeah, see, Chris is shaking his head, but he's fine. Yep. Very nice. Stop. All right, U-turn. Good. Keep it loaded. Trust and believe. Rear brake. Rear brake. There we go. Rear brake. There we go. And right there, he needed it. He was going out wide. I saw his foot push down. That slowed him down enough to stay in the exercise. All right. Trust and believe, baby. Trust and believe. You got it. Nice. Excellent work. Some of you guys look better right than left. Mark, do you know what issue you had there? Okay, one of the things I think is a contributing factor is, remember, step number 3 is preload and keep it loaded. So you should already have your preload before you move. And what you did is you started out low, and then in the U-turn, that's when you kind of got it up. And I don't know what was going on with your clutch hand, and that's why it was like, uh-oh. So keep your throttle where it is, keep your clutch where it is in the friction zone, and then you don't have to worry about it. If you keep all of that stuff where it is, everything is smooth. When you're doing stuff like this and your foot, that's when the motorcycle doesn't feel good. And nobody wants to feel that in a lean. It's just going to make it scarier. All right? But good job. All right, come to a stop and then stop. And after this, you can take a break.
Okay.
Very nice. Woo! All right, come to a stop over there. Good. Head and eye, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Straighten out, straighten out. There we go. This ain't the Flintstones. That was good, though. I think that was his best U-turn today. There we go. Uh-oh. And as good as Hussein's U-turn was, it didn't look good at the end because he had to straighten out and stop. That's why I added that. All right, come to a stop over here. You want to be in control all the time. So I had to add that. You need to be able to be in a turn, in a lean, and then be able to straighten this motorcycle out and come to a stop. Beautiful, just like that. Very nice. Nice. Who says you suck at this? Ah, man. I won't allow any of you to be hard on yourselves. You're doing something that the majority of motorcycle riders don't know how to do yet. Good, let's do it again. Head and eyes. Trust and believe. Let that clutch out. Rear brake, rear brake. All right. All right, after this one, take a break. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh, you almost went for it. Almost. After this one, you can take a break. Nice. Take a break after this one. Nice stop. Nice. All right. Last one. Good. Keep it loaded. Good. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Rear brake. Ah! Beautiful. Stick the landing. All right, guys. Exercise number 7, figure 8, coming up. Outstanding. We're going to have some people in there today. Come on in, guys. I don't have COVID. I'm vaccinated. I'm boosted. But, like I always tell people, that don't mean nothing for you. It means something for me. Because whether I'm vaccinated or not, I can still get it. I can still pass it.
That's right.
You know, people need to understand that. So people saying you're not vaccinated, stay away from me, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I understood it. Once you get educated about it, it's really to protect me from not getting really, really ill. All right, sermon over. Figure 8, guys. I'm feeling good about the figure 8 today. I think we're going to have 100% compliance. Here's why I say that. Now, I did tell you it's going to be shorter because we're in Columbus, Ohio. You know that, right?
Yeah, everything's shorter in Columbus.
All right, so regardless of that, you have the width. So what I am going to say is if you need all of this space, please don't rip yourself off and use it. Before I get into this, the U-turn, just outstanding job watching you guys apply the little things. I'm telling you, when we do certain things going out wide, it's little things that we need to correct, and it makes a huge difference. And Brian, oh my God, by the end, he's not even starting, he's starting off of the line and finishing way off of the line. So his U-turns are well within 24 feet. Excellent. Mark, same thing. Mark was really wide. He slowed down a little bit, starting to use the rear brake. And Hussein at the end too. Wow. Now, the other thing is, this is why I definitely added coming to a stop. Hussein made a U-turn that was just outstanding. Just outstanding. But when it was time for him to come to the stop, oh man, it was the Flintstones. He was like, right? Because now he has to, coming out of a lean, be able to right that motorcycle and come to a smooth stop. And sometimes that's not easy, but that's why we practice. Right? And then the last time he did it, I'll tell you, this is the last one, man, make it count. Perfect. I can't wait for you guys to go home and watch how you started them and how you finished them. And then, Chris, I will never, ever let anybody that practices with me beat themselves up. Oh man, I suck at right turns. He's making everyone saying he sucks. And I know that the majority of motorcycle riders out there would want to smack you across the face because they can't do it. So you're doing good, man. Don't even worry about that. All right, figure 8, guys. Same width, different length. When you come in here, guys. Oh, that's another thing, Mark. When he put his preload where it was going to be before he even moved, boom. No issues with trust and believe. And one time he went to put his foot down, it went like that real quick. I love seeing that. instinct fight with the battle, and he won. All right. When you guys come in here, I want you to come to this corner. All right? When you come to this corner, head and eyes, I want you to look at that green cone. And don't start this turn early. I'll be over here telling people, okay, come on, come on. And they go, screw you, Rob. And they start their turn like right here. So now they're that far off the line. It's still possible, but if you have an issue with leaning, you're giving up space that you need. Also, they'll start to turn here. And if you're going to make that next turn, I already told you this is shorter, you're going to make that way more difficult. So use all of the space that you have. You're looking at that cone. When you get about right here, head and eyes, look at that cone. Keep looking at it. Hold your turn. Hold it. Hold it. Friction zone. You're staying in the friction zone. We're not going too fast. We can't because we're going to lose space. Head and eyes, dragging the rear brake if you need it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Now, if you don't want to do the whole thing, I want you to hold the turn and just go out here. I want you to go out on this side of the green cone. At least that's telling me and you that when you do decide to go to the next one, you're at the right place. Because if you're over here, that turn's too wide. You're not going to make this turn. If that turn was that wide, unless your right turns are way better than your left, you're not going to make this turn. Chances are you're not going to make it. How about that? But if you are going to do the whole thing, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Now again, that's another thing Brian did. Oh my God, it's so true when they say if you turn your head and your eyes slow, you're going to turn your handlebar slow. In that U-turn, it was like he was possessed. He said, and when he did that, his handlebars turned like this. That U-turn was like this. So same thing here. You don't want your transitions to be like this because you're taking up space. So head and eyes, handlebars, turn. Look at that cone. Hold it. Use all the space that you have. Hold it, hold it, hold it. When you get about right here, head and eyes. So here's what I'll say to you guys. I recognize that thank you. I recognize that head and eyes, I recognize this is uncomfortable, even though logically it doesn't make sense why it should be uncomfortable, because that's where we're going, so I can see everything, but for some reason I still want to do this. So what I say is, look at that cone until you're right in front of it. When you're about right here, now look at that cone. That way it doesn't feel like The Exorcist. You're not doing this, right? Do that. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Remember, you're not going for the corner this time. You're going for the side. Transition, because we're going to do this 2 times. And then you're going to go out right there, and you get a ka-ching. All right? I'm going to do it. I want you to listen to my throttle. I'm going to keep it steady. But you guys have actually been doing pretty good with that. I already told Mark, don't have it too high. We don't want to start having clutch issues, and that's how you get them. And then I'm going to do it in 4 parking spaces. And I want you to realize my clutch doesn't change. My throttle doesn't change. The only thing that changes is I lean more and I turn the handlebars more. That's the only thing that changes, right? As a matter of fact, if you watched Mike, when Mike was doing his 18-foot U-turns and less, right before the U-turn, he's in his head. I see the shoulders going like this. He's taking a deep breath. And as he starts to move, right before he commits to the lean, you hear his throttle go up. I do the same thing because it just gives me comfort to hear it louder. And that way I know I have it. It's like a security blanket, right? It can be low and still be as effective, but I just need to hear it louder, right? So, but not ridiculously loud either. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Hold it, hold it, hold it. If you're not going to do the whole thing, straight out. Head and eyes, hold it. Head and eyes, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. 4 spaces. Who caught the mess up? Well, I know you caught it. Anybody else catch it? Did you see the screw up? What did I do?
You came too deep over here.
No. You heard did you hear my throttle go almost all the way down?
Yeah.
That's the mess up. I got lucky. right? But this is why I tell people I want your throttle to be just a little bit higher. That way, if you have a mistake, we're humans. If the throttle fluctuates, you're still going to be good. I was still good, but oh my God, I had a pucker effect because I heard it go down. But again, that's my point. When I'm out here practicing, guys, I'm not really practicing on my lean angle, how much I'm turning my handlebars, my head, my eyes. No, I do that, but I'm not really focusing on it. What I'm always focusing on is how this motorcycle sounds, because that's when I'm going to fall. And because I'm leaning to the extreme, that's the only thing keeping up the motorcycle. If I fluctuate too low, it's going to go down. So keep that in mind, all right? If I wasn't listening for it, I wouldn't have heard it. All right. Preloaders, come out and play. Too early. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Too early over here. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Too early. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, hold it, hold it, hold it. Open up that clutch, baby. That's all you need to do. That was excellent, man. Hold up, hold up, hold up. All right. That was excellent. I really didn't think you were going to go for that one. Because you did start this early, but you're proof that if you're leaning enough, it's not too early for you. Motorcycle drop guards, people. No damage to his bags, no damage to anything. His primaries are protected. All the way over here, all the way over here, all the way over here. All right, head and eyes. All the way up. Good, good. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Nah, that ain't happening. He cut himself way short up here, so I knew that second turn wasn't happening. Now, of course, I'm going to tell Mike, do this, try this in 4 parking spaces. We're doing all 18 feet today, Mike. Hey, Mike, next time you come in here, 4 parking spaces. He doesn't have to do it, but he's got to go for it. Good, good, good. Good, you're good, you're good. Hold it. Lean it, lean it, lean it. I said to myself, he's going to do it again. He's going to open his hand, and this time he didn't do it. But we don't have to have that discussion. We know what happened.
I know.
But if I look at where this scrape starts, you were in. You had it. You right here. You just had to open up the clutch. You had it. But what I was talking about with Mike, Mike teaches this. So Mike doesn't practice 18-foot U-turns because he doesn't teach 18-foot U-turns. But he wants to still be able to do them. So if we want to get there, every time he practices by himself, or even when his students are here and he comes out and practices, he needs to be doing 18-foot U-turns. That's it. Going for it all the time. It's the only way it's going to happen. You got to be doing it all the time. Raise your confidence. It's no different. Oh, come on, come on, come on. All right, turn. Now, if Mike says, nah, you know what, it sounded like a good idea, but I don't really want to do it, no big deal at all. You don't ever have to do it. You don't ever have to do it. All right, too early. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. You're good, good. Let the clutch out. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. The throttle's too low. Throttle's too low. Good, good. One more time. Good, 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 good. There we go. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. There we go. Good, 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 good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. There we go. He can breathe now. Because he wasn't breathing. Mike could definitely do this. The only reason he's not within 4 parking spaces is he's starting the turn too far off the line. That's the only reason. But as far as the dimensions, he's in the dimensions. He's within the dimensions. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Starting this turn too early. And not leaning enough. And going too slow. He's too straight up. Good, good. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. All right, too wide, not gonna happen. Woo! 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 That's what I'm talking about. Good, good, good. One more time, baby. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Head and eyes, look at the exit. Lead it, lead it, lead it, lead it. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. The man is not scared of his motorcycle, boy, I tell you.
I'm going to get it.
I know you are. I got to start waiting till people are done because I'm like, hey, ain't going to happen. Prove me wrong. Right at those cones, but he was within. Good, head and eyes. Too much speed, too much speed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Good, head and eyes, look at me. Come on, hold it, hold it. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Transition. One more time, baby, let's do it. Good, look at me. Good, good head and eyes. Hold it, transition. Look at the exit, keep it loaded. Look at the exit, keep it loaded, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Take a break. Woo! So, Mike, the only reason you're not in 4 parking spaces, is because you're starting too far off the line. But as far as the dimensions, you're within the dimensions, just outside of the lines. When you first come in, you're taking that first turn about this far off the line.
Okay.
All right? There we go. Yep, now he's within the lines. There we go. Nice. Come all the way over. Lean it over. Beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. We good? Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Brian. Brian said, I'm getting this. We ain't good. Lean it. Hold it. Transition. Open the clutch. Keep it loaded. Yes. I don't care if you hit a cone. We're not gonna walk these motorcycles because it's not gonna end well. We've been lucky up until now. That's why I call it playing Russian roulette with your ankle. Good. Hold it. Transition. He started that early, but he leans enough. He's okay. Good. Hold it. Look at me. Hold it. Transition. There we go. Hold it. Look at me. Hold it. Transition. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. Keep it loaded. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. He said he wasn't leaving until he got it. Turn. Good. Head and eyes. Hold it. Nice use of space. He's all the way at those cones. Very nice. And again, this is shorter than the normal figure eight. Keep it loaded. Throttle's too low. You hear him chug-a-lugging? Give me some more preload. You're not going to get away with that with tap performance. I can hear it. Look at the exit. Keep it loaded. Not only can I hear it, but I see it. His whole engine is shaking. His throttle's too low. All right, guys. We're done here. We're going to move on to... Oh, never mind. Brian's coming again. See, this is what happens, guys. When people see other people starting to get it, it motivates them to keep going. I always say it's not a competition out here, but, you know, we're competitive by nature. Whatever it takes to motivate you, I don't care. As long as you're practicing. And look at Brian. Metamorphosis. Ooh-wee. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 7. No, this is 7. Exercise number 8, the offset double serpentine. Let's watch Mark one more time. And in the background, we have Chris is practicing U-turns. That's what I said. We're always practicing out here. He's not going to make that turn. All right. All right, guys, I'm ear to ear right now. I'm excited because seeing stuff come together. Brian said, oh, no, I'm getting this. And he got it. And again, I tell you guys all the time, this is not a competition. But Brian sees Chris do it. Something in Brian is saying, oh, I'm definitely doing this now. I know it. I can feel it, right? Mike, I told Mike the only reason he wasn't in 4 parking spaces is because he was starting too far off of the line. I do recognize it with the road glide because that dumb fairing is so far ahead of you. Sometimes you lose sight of where your wheel placement is. But the second time he came in, perfect wheel placement right within the 4. I can't wait for you to watch it, Mike. And I said it to the camera and I'm going to say it again. The 18-foot U-turn is unnecessary. Mike teaches this stuff. He doesn't teach people to make 18-foot U-turns, so he doesn't practice it a lot. But it's something he wants to do. Am I correct? Correct. Yes. So if he wants to do that and be comfortable with it, I don't want to see him doing anything but 18-foot U-turns, or at least attempting them, because that's the only way his confidence is going to get up. Because clearly he's got the skill. It's just a matter of how he's feeling that day. I can see that, you know. And Chris did this, and what did Chris do after he did this successfully 3 times? He rode his ass over to the U-turn and did a U-turn in the 18-foot box. That's what I mean when I say the C word in Preloader Nation is confidence. And once you start getting confident, it starts opening up doors. Now, keep this in mind. That doesn't mean that's true for everyone, and that's fine. Some people might have a goal to make a U-turn at 24 feet, and once they reach it, they're good. There's no reason to go any tighter, and that's fine. I just want everybody to know that. All right, any questions about the figure 8? Great. Offset double serpentine, exercise number 8. Now 7, 8, and 9. All of those are really tied in. The whole hold it, hold it, hold it. The whole transition thing is relevant in all of these exercises, including this one. So when you guys come in here, right? Oh, Chris, I don't know how I forgot to say this. Chris is living he's living in the danger zone, the edge of the friction zone. He's in here. Not only do I hear he got tire performance, so I hear that it's chug-a-lugging. We should never hear our engines going cluck, 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 cluck in the middle of an exercise. It's letting you know by sound, I'm about to stall, and I'm looking at his engine going like this. So it's even telling you, hey, give me some power, or I'm going to stall on your ass. It didn't stall, so I'm happy about that. But, I mean, as much as I was yelling at him, and when he goes back and watches this, he's going to be like, yeah, he was saying, come on, give me some more power. I was like, Scotty, give me some more power. I'm giving him all she's got, Captain. All right. When you guys come in here, everybody here is old enough to understand that connection. Okay. When you guys come through here, this is why I have my motorcycle kind of facing sideways. I don't want you to go straight for, oh, I forgot to put the green cones out. All right, forget about the green cones. But what I am going to say to you is I don't want you to go straight for the gates, right? We just did a figure 8. So when you come in here, we're kind of doing the same thing, figure 8. You come through here, I want you to come over here. So as soon as you come in, you're going to the right. Head and eyes, look at the gate. Go for it. So now, by the time you get to this gate, you should be facing like this or like this. If you come straight for it, you're going to be like this. And unless you make a hell of a turn here, happens all the time, you're going to end up all the way over here, and you still got to go through these cones. So that's why, come through these gates, immediate right, head and eyes, look at the gate you want to go to. Hold the turn, hold it, hold it, hold it. When you get here, head and eyes, look at the gate you came from. Hold it. Because again, we're not going straight here. We're going, hold it, hold it. Figure 8 style, transition, head and eyes. Hold it, hold it, hold it. I like the acoustics here. Hold it, head and eyes. Look where you came from. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. So on and so forth. And the same thing, guys. When you transition, transition. Don't turn like this. Now, if this is too tight for you, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the green cones up. Instead of going through the gate, go around the outside cone of all of the gates. All right, that's fine too. Any questions? I'm going to run through it the way I told you to do it. And then when I come back, I'm going to go straight to the gates. Much more work doing it that way, so that's why I say don't do it that way. Unless you want to challenge yourself. Head and eyes, hold it, transition. Head and eyes, hold it, transition. Head and eyes, hold it, transition. Just way more work the other way, but either way you want to do it, that's fine. All right, let's do it, Mike. And Victor, and Brian, and Mark, and Chris. See, I'm cocky now because I'm remembering everybody's name. Victor was yesterday. Roger, what's our vector, Victor? Nice, and you guys already know that Mike is the poster boy for head and eyes, handlebars. Very fluid, very smooth. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Oh, he's just shut it down. So right here, Mark's already coming in at the wrong angle. Now if you start this wrong, it's going to make everything harder. Not impossible, but harder. And you see Mark's bike is chugga-lugging, and he's also doing pop locking. Just drag the rear brake when you need it. Don't dab at it, because then your motorcycle in the lean is bouncing up and down. But he worked it out. Okay, remember, you see how he went in? So he started out making it more difficult for himself. Come in at an angle. Don't go in straight, okay? All right, got Brian here. Very nice. Got Chris here living on the edge of the friction zone, messing with my nerves. All right, very good. Mike here. Very nice. Excellent transitions. The head and the eyes, just beautiful. Beautiful to watch. It looks better too for me, at least, when you have a tour pack on it, you know, full dresser. It just looks better when you're throwing it around like that. Showing that motorcycle who's the boss. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keep it loaded, baby. Keep it loaded. See, he's going straight for the gates. He's not swooping. So eventually that's going to catch him. Like right here, he's going to go way outside. All right, now Hussein's I'm going to make my own course up. I'm the boss of this course. Good? Hey, Mark. Okay, so this is what you did before, so you're kind of screwing yourself right from the start. You need to start coming in like this. Because you know what I mean? It's going to make it a lot easier. Because you're giving yourself a 90-degree turn to start. So you know what? Loop around and then come back in. Hussein, you go next. I'm gonna kind of talk to you while you're doing it. See, he should be sweeping out way more to the right. Come on. Come to me. Come to me. Come to me. Keep it loaded. Head and eyes. Head and eyes. Hold it. Hold it. Rear brake. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Keep it loaded. As soon as his throttle went down, the foot went down. Head and eyes. Hold it. Transition. Transition. Hold it, not stop. Good. 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 Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Rear brake. Rear brake. Rear brake. All right. All right. Nice. Nice and smooth. Once again, of course, I'm going to think it looks better with the Batwing fairing. King Tour Pack, showing who's the boss. That's what I'm talking about. Chris's confidence is up now, so he's going straight for these gates. Very nice. Metamorphosis, guys. This is what happens when you get struck by lightning. Doesn't mean you go, hey, I'm done now, no more practice. No, gotta keep on practicing. Hey, Mike, go straight to the gates. Go straight to the gates. No swoop, straight to the gates. Again, we're gonna keep challenging Mike. It's not gonna be a problem for him, but again, we have to get this into his muscle memory that every turn he makes, it's going to be a tight one. Beautiful. All right, and we got some shade, guys, so I'm appreciating it. I'm appreciating it. All right, guys, last numbered exercise number 9, the Abominable Snowman. Something in there for pretty much everyone. I'm glad you're up here because we already know this is where you're going to end up.
Yeah, I want to try it again.
I know you could do it too.
Just got to use all my real estate.
Exactly. Now, I like what I'm seeing. You guys are coming in here and walking it. That's always a good idea to do. Because from a distance, what the hell is this? You know, it just looks like a bunch of cones. And because I don't lock the thing all the way up, sometimes you got to look at it to understand what's going on here. All right? I feel the confidence oozing off of you guys, especially you, Chris. And I love it. And I already told Mike. Mike, he went up to that circle. I said, good, I'm glad you're up there because this is where you're coming. This has to be his mindset all of the time. You know, he's an 18-foot circle guy or a square guy or whatever. And he can warm up in the other places, but eventually that's where he lives. So you guys are now standing in the 27-foot circle. Now keep in mind, a 27-foot circle is tighter than the 27-foot box. I'm still confident that all of you can at least do this, because I've seen it. As long as you use the real estate properly, place your wheel where it should be, which is if you're making a left turn and you come in here, put your front wheel right here. There's no cone here. Put your wheel there. And then hug these two cones. And then commit to the turn. Now, Hussein, when you do this, as soon as you get here, I want you looking at that gate. Screw the gate. Look at that pole, because I don't want you looking down. All right? And then go for it. Go for it. Hold it. Hold it. See how you're hearing that same thing? Hold it. You heard it in the figure 8. You heard it in the offset double serpentine. And that's all this is. It's making a U-turn, but holding it. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and just go right out, Hussein, right out. 27 feet, 25 feet, 22 feet, 18 feet. Same thing. Now, all of us are not going to need to place our wheels right here in 27 feet. But if you get into a circle that you know is tight for you, don't give up any space. Boom. And if you're making a right U-turn, same thing. Put your wheel all the way here. And hug these cones. Right? Hug these cones, head and eyes, go all the way around. And then when you come around, if you're going to do the next one, same thing. come all the way over here. Don't hit that cone if you can avoid it. Put your wheel right here. So if you're looking at this cone, put your wheel right there. And then hug these cones. Right? Not rocket science. Same thing.
If you want the last square to be to the left, if you're better to the left, you got to start to the right here, right?
Good point. Only thing he screwed up is he called it a square. But yes, if you know my right turns are better than my lefts and you're going all the way to the top, start on your left and then you'll end up in the right turn. Right? And if you're going to the third circle, then obviously the right here is going to be the right there. So, you know, you guys work it out. But however you started the first time, I'd like you to start it on the opposite way the second time. All right? We want to work on our strengths, but don't go crazy with them. Let's get the stuff that we want to work on our weaknesses, but don't go crazy with them. But don't just avoid them either, right? Because I want your confidence to stay up. And a lot of the times, guys, and I'm proof of this. I don't know if you guys have been watching for a while, but I've been saying since day one, my right U-turns are I just have to accept the fact that they're always going to suck because I just can't. I changed the handlebars on my Road King, and now my right turns are better than my left. Your equipment is so important, and your body placement. I also started scooting up on the seat more to the balls on the tank, and I started counterbalancing way more. A lot of times you watch me, I counterbalanced, yeah, just by keeping my body straight up and down. But now for the right turns, I actually put a cheek off the seat, and it allows me to push the bike more. It's just, and you know, so you have to kind of play around with stuff and see what works best for you. But I'm also going to say, screw all of that if this is not something you're really trying to do. I just want you to be able to make right turns, left turns, and U-turns out in the real world. And none of that, you ain't gonna see me doing in the real world. No, I'm not making any U-turns like that. But when I come out here and I want to practice, yeah, because this is extreme. Any questions? So what I started doing, full disclosure, every time I would have a practice session and I would demonstrate this exercise, I always started with a right turn. So I would make sure I was doing the left in the top. I don't do that anymore. I start purposely making a left first so I can start. I got to just get out of my head, do more right turns than left turns. That's tough in the United States, but on the practice course, you can do it. Listen to your throttle, Chris, please. You're killing me, man. You're giving me a heart attack. So we're all the way over here. Hug these cones. You get the point, right? So keep in mind, when I'm in that top circle, I'm at the fullest lean, I'm in a full lock, and I'm going about 7 miles per hour, 6 maybe. So the point is, you don't have to be going really fast to keep these motorcycles up, but you can't be going really slow either at that kind of lean. Any questions? All right. Now here with Mike, of course all of these circles are not going to be any issue for him, and when he gets to the top circle, that won't be an issue either if he puts his wheels in the proper place, because all the other stuff he's fine with. Leaning, turning the handlebars, pull up. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And that was smooth too. Not going too fast. His throttle is steady. Beautiful. Said it before, I'll say it again. It's orgasmic to me to watch when it's that fluid. The confidence is oozing. All right, Hussein. Let me zoom this in. Hussein ain't coming up here. He started that turn too early, but he's still good, still good. All right, he went for it. I don't care. That was good. That was good. Whoa, you passed the whole thing. Come back in. Come right back in. All right. Open the clutch. Open the clutch. He might be trying to dump this purposely because I told him off camera there's something in here for everyone. And he said, I don't know about that. So I said, I guarantee it or your money back. Now right here, Chris is getting away with not going all the way to the corner. That's not going to happen up here in 22 feet. See, he's way off of that cone. Oh, nice. Nice. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. It damn sure ain't going to happen up here. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Lean it, baby. Lean it. Lean it. I give you, just for going for it, you got credit, man. But see, that's what I mean by confidence. Oh, man, I had this thing zoomed all the way in. That's what I mean, guys, when I'm talking about confidence. Because Chris is not going to, nothing in his brain is going to even tell him, come up to this 18-foot circle before he got his confidence in out here today practicing. Nice. Throttle out, baby. Don't put that foot down. And if they try it one way the first time, try it the other way the second time. Too early. Yep. So that's what I mean when I say it's a matter of inches. He started off too early. That's the only reason he didn't make this turn. You don't have a lot of space to give up in here. Of course, I'm talking about on the type of motorcycle that he's riding. You can always make up space by leaning more, but you can only lean within the motorcycle's limits. That's the only thing it was. You started that turn right here.
Just a little shy.
Yeah, and that's why you just clipped that cone.
All right.
Now Hussein is starting these turns really early in the 27-foot, but he still has plenty of room. You can see that. Which means if he uses all the room in this circle, he would make this easy, but he's not. All right, so we're going to talk about that. Because in the 25-foot circle, yeah, he's about 2.5, 3 feet off the cone. So that's why he's not making it on the other side. But I know he can make this turn. Too early, too early, too early. Yeah, man, he's trying to get his money back. Chris got his concentration face on. He took the shades off. He's all business. He said, I'm taking the shades off. Look at my eyes. I want you to see I'm not looking. Throttle, throttle, throttle! Nah, too early. And here's another thing. So you're a preloader now. When you're out here practicing, you ride with your foot like this. You don't want to do that because you lean in so much now you're going to wind up scraping your foot. Keep it all the way on that footboard. Nice and smooth. Hug it. Lean it. Lean it. Woo! Hey, Chris, this is not a competition. I'm just saying. Hey, Hussein. Brian is not scared of that motorcycle. Okay, I have no doubts you can make the 25 foot. The only reason you're not making it, because here's why I know you can make it. When you come in this circle, I told you to put your wheel here. You're turning from here, right? And you're still making this. You're already making a 25 foot circle. But when you come over here, you're doing the same thing, and that's the problem. So when you come over here, you need to put your wheel all the way over here. And I guarantee you're gonna make it. All right, let's do it. We got some clouds coming in. I'm appreciating it. Start over. I'm really appreciating it. Good. Keep it loaded. Good, good, good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Turn the handlebars. Good. Rear brake. Rear brake. Good. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Turn the handlebars. Turn them. Turn them. Turn them. Lean. 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 Good. Go back out. Go back into the next circle. Good. Go ahead. Keep going. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. All right, Mike. I knew Mike was going again because he clipped the cone. Started that one a little early. Nice. Oh shit. And I knew Chris was going again because Brian did the 18 feet circle. The head of the Abominable Snowman. The part of the snowman that makes it abominable. Look at him, he's on a mission. Going a little bit faster, as long as he slows down when he gets up here. Keep it loaded. Wait till he gets up here to let the RPMs drop. Too early, too early. Yeah, he started that turn way too early. Oh, Brian just turned the bike back on. They're going at it. And guys, I love to look at the ground and see the circles. I love that. This says Preloader Nation was here. We were getting it in. He looked at those cones. He looked at those cones. That's why he hit them. And of course, that's because he's trying to get as tight as possible to those cones to make that turn. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for exercise number 9. We're going to move on to the bonus exercise. And I know for a fact I'm going to have some company in there. Uh-oh. I hear an engine. Is somebody trying to go again? Oh, yes, Chris. Some assistance here. Too early, too early. Open up that clutch, open up that clutch. Yeah, you're turning too early, that's all. You can't give up that much space in here. And that's what you're doing.
So I need to turn back.
When I'm sitting there going like this with my foot, I'm telling you to put your wheel right here. Or if you're over there, right there. And then hug these cones.
Put it there, then turn.
Hug them first. Put the wheel here. Turn, hug these cones. Like you should be right at this cone. Right at this cone. And then commit. Commit. You don't commit too early. If you commit too early, it gets tighter. Hey, Chris. Don't do the whole thing. Just come into the 18 feet. Don't bother with the other one, just come into the 18 foot. Well, guys, consider this bonus footage. If somebody is determined, come on, come on, come on. Lean it. Lean it, lean it, lean it. Yeah, you gotta lean it, man. No way around it in here. You're not doing this circle straight up. You gotta lean it. Too early, too early. Way too early. All right. All the way over, all the way over. All right, go. Lean it, lean it, lean it. I knew it was coming, man. You in that low throttle. But yeah, that's the thing. You got to go. I know you when you get in here, you're like, I just want to go for it. So you go for it from here. Your front wheel is here. No way that's going to happen. You got to come over here, and you got to ride it, and then commit. You got to throw it over. That's the only way it's going to happen.
I'll try one more time and then I'm done.
All right. All you got to know is wheel placement, lean. That's it. One more time for him. Hey, Brian, just come straight to the 18 foot. Too early, too early. Like way too early. Come on, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Go, lean it, lean it. Keep it loaded. See, now you're concentrating so much on that turn, you're forgetting about the preload. There we go. Put your feet out more. You don't want all that pressure on your knees. Baby steps. Baby steps. It's going back down. All right, you got it.
I'll try at home.
All right. Don't do it in your house. Go do it outside. But guys, this is an example of confidence. That was a little early. Started that turn early, Brian.
Yep. I had it the first time, just couldn't get out of it.
Yeah, the only issue is you what happened is you started it early, and then you looked over here and saw you weren't going to make it, so you decided to lean more. Look at that exit and just lean. Go for it. Good, good. All right, go for it. Lean it, lean it, lean it, lean it, lean it, lean it. There you go. All right, we're ending on a high note, people. We're ending on a high note. You slackers ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, listen. Everything's a learning experience. What have I been saying to Chris all day? Give me some throttle. And I also told you guys that when we get into a situation where we're really leaning the motorcycle, the only thing keeping it up is that power. So that's not the time for it to be low. That's the only place he dropped his motorcycle today because he's pushing the limits. All right. But I love the fact that he's like, I'm going back. And then Brian's like, I'm going back. And even Mike was like, I'm going back. I saw Mike try to wave me. He was like, hey, it's over, Mike. You could practice out here all the time. But kudos to you guys. Outstanding job. Hussein as well, because all Hussein was doing, I'm watching Hussein start this far away from the cone in 27 feet and still making that turn. That's why I knew he could make the 25-foot one. He just had to put his wheels in the proper place in the 25-foot one, which he did. Great job, guys. Now, this is the maze, guys. Bonus exercise. Just like every other exercise, no pressure. You don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. I already know at least 3 people are going to be in here with me. All right? This is just a series of U-turns. If you're going on this side, you're making 2 lefts and 1 right. That side is 2 rights and 1 lefts. You are going to have to transition quicker because this is Columbus, Ohio. The parking lot bays are not 40 feet long. All right? But the width is the exact same. All right? Any questions? What'd you guys notice in there that you didn't hear? No scraping. So this is not extreme at all, right? All right. Transitions, transitions. Nice. Didn't hit 1 cone. Come all the way over here too. There we go. Nice. Started that early. And that's why he's hitting those cones. Don't cheat yourself. Good, good wheel placement. Gotta lean more. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Yeah, he's not turning the handlebars enough. Hey Mike, when you come here, you're too far off the line. When you get here, you're too far off this line. That's why you're hitting that cone. Looks like Hussein's coming in here. Hussein is just saying to me, Listen, I want you to pick up some cones. But I still want people, even if they haven't made an 18-foot U-turn or even close to it, still come in and try, because it makes you appreciate it a little bit more and understand what needs to be done to do it. There we go. That one was a little early. That one's good. Too early. That's right, baby. Don't put that foot down, throttle out. That's what I'm talking about. So the only thing you're doing that's catching you is you're off the line when you first start. So if you need to, when you get up there, do a sweep, and that way you get closer to the side. Nice, nice. See right there, he's early too. Not bad at all. I don't give a damn that he's clipping cones, because that's all he's doing is clipping them. He's not putting his foot down. He's trusting and believing. Brian's coming in again. So he got this one down packed. I'm all the way over here, all the way over here. That time he waited too long to make the transition. So he made that first turn and took too long to come over here. So he was too deep into the exercise to make the next turn. Nice. Good use of space. Get the cone. Good, good. Very nice. See? Nope, not coming over to the left enough. Nice. Oh, man! He had a burst of speed right there. That burst of speed pushed him wide, otherwise he was good. And that second turn was really good because He started that turn way early, but then he leaned the crap out of that motorcycle and made that turn. Yeah, he's got this one down all the way over. Good. There we go. Lean it, lean it, lean it. All the way over. Lean it, head and eyes. There we go. All right, guys, follow the leader time. That's what he just had to get that out of the system. Awesome. Follow the leader time. You guys can stay right there. We're going to go over the rules. It's very simple. I'm the leader. Follow me. Do as I do. Mike's going to be behind me. Okay? And behind him is going to be Brian. And then it's going to be Chris. Then it's going to be, hold up, don't tell me, Mark. And then it's going to be Hussein. All right. I didn't put that in order for any particular reason. Just kidding. All right. If I see a stronger rider, I'll put them right behind me because then the odds on them getting eliminated first increase. Usually, not all the time. Depends on the exercise. Okay. I'm going to have a 360 camera. It's going to be on a pole based on the shiftiness of the crowd. That's to determine how high I put the pole. The point is I'm going to see everything that you do when I edit this. So if you don't go out when you should have gone out, when I do the editing, I'm going to blow you up on that video. Okay? So, yes.
So I just want to point out this. I was at practice session 37.
Mm-hmm.
I was at practice session 41.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm at practice session 51.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been behind you every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not feeling the love. I know.
You should. You should feel the love because the person that's right behind me, it means I trust you. Not like my buddy that rear-ended me. Okay. So, follow the leader means follow the leader. Now, I used to do this like the Little League where if you get a lot of attaboys. No, wrong term. A lot of mulligans. There's no mulligans because we want to get this over with. So if you're out, you're out. Pull your motorcycle to the middle of the parking lot. We're going to do one circle around you. We're going to honk our horns, which is saying goodbye to you. And then we're going to keep it moving. If you put your foot down, you're out. Pull to the middle. If you hit a cone, you're out. Pull to the middle. If you grab the front brake, you owe me 10 push-ups and you're out. Pull to the middle. I am not going to be able to see that because I'm moving, but if you know you did it, just pull to the middle. If I stop my motorcycle on this line and you decide I'm going to stop over here, you're out. Pull to the middle. I'll see that. When I stop at exercise number 4 to make a turn, I'm going to stop. If you just roll through it, you're out. These are the little things that people don't remember, and then when we start riding, people with Mike's skill level gets eliminated because he didn't stop. Something that simple. All right? But back then, you had a mulligan. Those are going now. All right, any questions?
Distance between riders?
A safe distance, but don't be like, don't be like 100 yards behind us. All right? Keep it tight, but not so tight that you can't stop. We're not going to be doing anything fast, so that shouldn't be an issue. All right? Any other questions? All right, let me gear up.
I'm watching the rise, and I wouldn't say I'm shocked cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride, this one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife, could've left 1,000 times just so by my side. This one's for the grind, I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind. To the videos, they thought I was a black guy. That's hard to get over. I'm foreigner in the sport, but I'm fully devoted. I don't take it for granted that the door's been open. I knew I was different, I knew I was chosen. A breadwinner, but I'm soft-spoken. Authentic like a 5950 and there's no cap. Let's have a toast to that. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's not average. The cotton's Egyptian. 500 for the shoes, come dirty, but the European. Less is more and less is the bank. Up the score, I pull up from Trike. From the tray, I'm ballin' like Trike. Do what I can, I do what you can't. I wrote this 30,000 feet up, 10 toes stay G'd up. I'm tryna get that type of wealth, like a house on the hills, can't see us. Say the money still me up, stay humble, stay teed up. I don't tell you how to live, so don't hit me with no weak stuff. And if you know the deal, then you know the deal. If it's real, then you know it's real. Toast, let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real.
All right, gentlemen, the slow race. The winner is the loser, meaning the last one to pass these cones is the winner. Here are the rules. When I say on your mark, and I had some violators yesterday, when I say on your mark, get set, go, I'm gonna go. As soon as my hand comes down, if any of your feet are still on the floor and your motorcycle is not moving, just stay there, you're out, right? And it's much easier for me to see now, only 5 of yous. As you're riding, if you put a foot down, stop right there, you're out. If your motorcycle hits one of these lines, that lane is yours, but the line is not, you're out. Any questions? Remember, keep your head and your eyes straight ahead. You look down, you're gonna feel like you're gonna fall down. Preloaders, start your engines. Back up. Ready. On your mark. Get set. Go. Winner. Whoa, that was close. I don't know if he passed it before he put his foot down. That's a close one. I don't know if he passed it before you put your foot down.
I didn't see him.
I'm gonna have to review the video. Let's do it again. Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go. Up. Chris is out. That went all the way over. Winner! This time it's confirmed. All right. Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Good. Do you remember what you rated yourself when you came?
3 or 4.
Any change in that number?
There's times I felt 3 or 4. There's times I felt 4 or 5. Just depends on what it was.
All right. Listen, I'm glad that you came out. I'm hoping that you're going to continue to practice, and pleasure meeting you.
You too. Thank you.
All right, brother. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Since I came over here, yeah, I enjoyed it.
You remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
1.
Any change in that number?
Right now 3.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's good. Listen, again, we always want to improve as far as the number goes. Doesn't mean it has to. Sometimes people come out here and they get humbled. Number goes down. Sometimes it stays the same. Keep practicing. Thank you for coming out, and appreciate you. Pass the mic to this young man. I don't think that we never got to talk to you. What's your name?
Chris Grigsby,
Chris, where you from?
Xenia, Ohio.
Okay, and how long you been riding the motorcycle?
Been riding dirt bikes my entire life, but this for 2 years.
Okay, how long you been practicing slow speed riding?
2 years.
Beautiful, that's what I like to hear, and it shows. And what are you riding today?
19 Street Glide.
Beautiful. If you had to rate yourself 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, what are you giving yourself?
Probably a 4, 3.
4. Okay, good, very good. Pleasure meeting you. I'm glad you got permission and authority to come out and practice with us. All right, and when this video comes out, definitely watch it with your bride, because she needs to know this is going to make you better and safer.
Thank you.
All right, did you enjoy yourself?
Yes.
Remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
2.
All right. I don't like to be in the frame just in case there's a ridiculous number. Any change in that number?
It gets up to a 4.
I'm not even coming back over there. Give the mic to Mike, please. I don't fight with people's numbers, but you are not a 4. 4s don't do the top of that damn snowman. They don't. They just don't. 4s dream about it, but they never do it.
Is that what you gave yourself when you got here, or?
Give himself a 2. So you went up, but you just, in my opinion, you just didn't go up enough. You're definitely not a 4. But I appreciate you coming. It's a pleasure to meet you, man. Pleasure to meet you. Yeah, I know. So do I. But damn, we both are not 4s. Neither are you. What's your name, sir?
Mike,
Mike, where are you from?
Columbus, Ohio.
And it's because of you we get to use this parking lot, correct?
It's been a pleasure to invite you here and all these riders the last 2 days and watch everybody become the boss of their motorcycle.
Love it, man. I appreciate you, man. It was just great. You know, it was just great. I was telling these guys earlier, a lot of people want to practice. The most difficult thing is location. So you took care of that for us, Preloader Nation. We appreciate you. Did you enjoy yourself?
I enjoyed myself immensely, and without getting too long-winded, I just want to say you picked up on it, being the person that you are, that my confidence, for whatever reason, was a little low coming into this weekend. I kind of know in the back of my mind why, but you know, sometimes just knowing that someone else has confidence in you is all you need to get you back in the saddle and focused. And I appreciate you doing that for me today.
Absolutely. My pleasure. My pleasure. What would you rate yourself 1 to 10 slow speed?
I'd say about a 7.
Thank you. Give me the mic before you change your mind. All right. Pleasure meeting you all. All right, guys. Practice session number 51 in the books. This was just another great practice session with great. You guys, I say it all the time. Preloader Nation is full of above and beyond personalities. We had one gentleman that came out with his son. They sat here pretty much the whole practice session. And right now they're actually assisting him and his son to help pick up the cones. I'm telling you guys, just great. And his son asked me for an autograph. This is the first autograph I've ever given. I didn't know what to sign it on, so I signed it on a sticker for him. And it's funny because earlier I asked him, are you subscribed? Do you have your own YouTube account? He goes, no. So I gave his father a sticker. So now he's getting a sticker anyway, but it's one autograph by me, right? So again, guys, always humble, always humble. I say it all the time. Who am I, right? Anyway, guys, listen, I'm still going to be here today. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to head back to Pooler. And if you're on the notification list, and the notification list is those are people that send me an email saying, hi, I'm subscribed to your channel. Please add me to the email notification list. And those people get an email. Every time I'm going to have a practice session, I email it out to all of those people. And then they know to email me back to let me know if they want a reservation, because I try to keep that 10 maximum riders. All right, so if that's something you're interested in, as far as being on the list, send me an email. Robert, subscribe to your channel. Please add me to the email notification list. The email address is on the upper right-hand corner of the screen. It always is. All right, make sure you check the description section too, guys, of my videos. So much information in there for you. Information on the practice course as far as the dimensions and links to all kind of stuff. Check my website too, my affiliate links, all kind of stuff. There's a lot of information out there to assist you guys. If you guys see me doing anything or using anything or wearing anything, 9 times out of 10, I got a link for that. All right, guys? Because if I think it's good, I want to share it with you. All right, guys. I'm happy that everybody definitely feels better about where they were before they started as it pertains to their skill level, slow speed riding. And that's what this is all about, building confidence. And so I want to tell you guys, I'll say it one more time. I don't know why I'm saying one more time. I know I'm going to say it again. I don't care how long you've been riding. I don't care how long as far as distance you ride. If you don't practice these skills, slow speed motorcycle operating skills, you're going to be at the same level as a brand new motorcycle rider at slow speeds. All right? So think about that. Let it roll around. And now do something about it. Get out there and practice. Seat time does not equal practice time, guys. All right? Preload, and keep it loaded. And then preload some more, guys. And remember, if you have time to ride, you have time to practice. Until next time.